I'm Mr. Masters, I'm Head of History at Cheshunt-Hay. I'm just going to quickly talk you through the A-level history course in case you're interested for starting in September. So why history, I suppose, is the starting point. Scientists would say that for every action there is a cause and also a reaction. History, I guess, is the personal side of that, so why people do things, why events particularly happen, but then so what decisions people have made, what if they didn't make it or made a different decision, and then how it affects other people. History has a habit of repeating itself, so if you think about the important things that are happening at the moment, we have obviously a terrible pandemic, but actually one of the things that happened during my bit of the course, so the Stuarts in the 1600s, was a terrible plague, and that had been around for 300 years. And again, it's how people react to it and how the government reacts to it, and that sort of links to where we're at the moment. One of the other key things that is happening at the moment is Black Lives Matter, and prejudice, discrimination certainly comes up in another bit of, in fact a couple of areas of our course as well from the last few hundred years. So history is absolutely relevant, and those decisions that people make all the time have a knock-on effect on us and our futures and how people think about the world today. So if I just quickly run you through the three bits of the course. Firstly, there is a Stuarts course, so that is Stuart Britain in the 1600s, which covers King James I, so if you think of Gunpowder Plot, but also then King Charles I leading to English Civil War. We have then a period of republic, so where we don't have kings and queens, and then the restoration of the monarchy, eventually leading to something called the Glorious Revolution. And this course, I suppose why we do this course is that it's sort of the birthplace of our modern democracy, but also political parties and how decisions are made during this country and how we're run, how we're governed as a country. The second course is Germany, so 1918 to 1945, which obviously covers sort of after World War I. We're looking at what's called the Weimar Republic, so what was put in place in Germany after World War I, but then also the rise of the Nazis, and then social, economic, political aspects of the Nazi regime, including World War II events and the Holocaust. Our third unit is what's called an NEA, so non-examined assessment, which is essentially a huge essay of about 4,000 words, and we basically teach you, sort of piecemeal I suppose, we teach you 150 odd years of American history, looking at from about sort of 1860s up to present day. And we try and give you information about all sorts of different aspects, so foreign policy, economic policy, women's issues, African American civil rights, in the hope that there'll be a topic there that you can focus on, and then you will basically do your own independent research, and you will produce a fantastic or singing or dancing essay that covers 20% of your total course. So how this works, as I say, the NEA is 20%, and then there's 80% of examined content, so that's 40% obviously with the British paper, the Stuart Britain, and 40% with the German paper. And what you get at the end of year 13 is 2.5 hour exam papers. So what you can get out of history, or why study history and sort of career prospects. I think it's safe to say that history is difficult, but because of that it's a very respected, traditional subject that future employers and universities like to see, because they know that to get a decent history grade you've obviously had to work hard and have incredible skills. It shows that you have brilliant communication skills, it shows that you are a really good independent researcher, it shows that your writing skills are fantastic, that you can problem solve, all of those things that I suppose anyone would want to, would be interested in seeing from a future employer or someone going to university. Traditionally the routes you're looking at are obviously sort of law and media, but actually history can be found in absolutely anything because of those skills that you're showing to a future employer. So that'll do for me. Hopefully that gives you a tiny bit of an insight into history A-level. It's taught at Cheshunt-Hay, so those Cheshunt-Hay students that are interested, obviously you can come and find me or email me. Great Worley students, if you're interested, your Great Worley history teachers have my email address, so if you ask them they can pass information on and I can get back to you if you want any more information. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.